Today we're going to build the chassis for this thing. We've done a little bit on the body. Got a few more things I want to do to it, but I want to get started on this chassis. So crazy, have never built a go-kart chassis. So I did a little online Googling, checking out what engine I want to use, what size is the footprint, yada, yada, yada. So for mine, I'm going to choose to do 12-inch on the outside diameter of the chassis. And what I think is going to work for me, eyeballing it, is going to be a 54-inch overall length. So what I want to do to it and whatnot, I think it'll look right. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll bring you guys in closer, show you what I'm doing, but I'll get this body off here and we'll get our metal and get started. So what I got here is some 1x2 tubing, and of course I'm going to mount it edgeways, kind of actually give it a real frame look to it. What I'm going to do is a parallel chassis. I got my little Hobo Freight welding table jig setup thing. This thing's actually pretty handy. I like it so far. What I'm going to do is measure out some lengths here, get some stuff cut. I'll get it set up here in this jig. We'll measure everything, start building cross members and whatnot. So let's get started. I'll fill you in as I go as far as what I'm doing or what I decided to do. I'm going to go ahead and clean this off. Get all that mill slime and oil and grease and whatever else is on it off, because stuff is nasty. All right. So what I determined earlier is 45 inches is going to be the length from the very front to the back of the tub where you sit. So I'm going to cut two pieces for that. I could try to cut this and, bend each piece and hopefully it comes out right. I'm not that good. I'm not that lucky. So I'm just going to cut it and then I'll 45 everything in and weld it and box it and plate it and all that. And we'll make it good. I picked this metal up, local supplier I've dealt with a long time. This stuff was like $67 for 24-foot stick. Like I got way too much, but with the thought of once I build this one, I might build another one later or something. old camshaft come out of my Vega. I lost the lifter on it and wiped the lobe out. I always figured it'd be a cool paperweight, but just so happens it's 10 inches here, lobe to lobe, so I'm gonna use it for like a front bumper. I think it'll look kind of cool. This thing did spring on me when I welded it, so we'll take a little finagling. I'm gonna keep it just behind the front, very front edge. 2 reasons. I haven't quite decided what I'm doing for a front axle yet, or how I'm going to mount it completely. I'm going to run it right on the front, or if I end up going back here and cutting and raising the front end up, I don't know. We'll see. I could even go across the top, which will drop the chassis a little bit more. We'll see. But we'll put it right on the edge, where I still got room to weld if I need to in the very front. Alright, so far just a basic frame. Used the old camshaft out of the Vega for a front bumper. Thought it looked pretty neat. Something different. Got to order, well, not order, I got to go get an engine yet. Order the front axle stuff, the rear axle stuff, and keep going on this project. I probably will finish the rear of the frame, and I might make something neat up front here. So tune in next week and check out and see what we got.